I was driving by there. In fact, I went by it it's years ago. I forget what year I bought it, but the first time I went by, I saw the sign and didn't pay much attention. And maybe 90 days later, I went and by it, and the sign was still there, for sale sign. And so I pulled in and looked at it and got the name of the seller and called him, and we negotiated a deal to get it bought. But it was such a unique piece of property that I thought this is really kind of a jewel in Nebraska. Well, the history behind it, the seller, I can't remember his name, but he told me what he knew about it. I think we looked at it, Tony. There's one of the caverns back there. They made it into a shooting range, and when they were excavating for it, they discovered the burial ground of apparently an Indian burial ground back there. But he also explained to me and this, that, and the other about the Oregon Trail, the ruts being right there, and the Oregon Trail going through it. Like you say, it was just more of a historical thing that I wanted to kind of preserve, and it's been a pleasure over the years. Well, my grandparents, came over from Germany years ago, and they first settled in Iowa, and then they moved into Fullerton, Nebraska, and eventually down to Grand Island. And my grandfather Reimers was a so-called gentleman farmer all his life, and did very well with it. And it was passed on down to his four daughters, and they in turn passed the property down to their next of kin. And that's how I kind of got started. I inherited a piece of property that had been in the family for probably close to 100 years, and that's right on the Nebraska-California border, right by Venango. So that was kind of my first piece of property that I got involved in as far as Nebraska and Colorado there.